Hello everybody and welcome to Creatures Corner, where today I'm doing a little bit of a different type of video. Today I am making my own My Little Pony Infection AU. I kind of have always had this idea in the back of my mind of doing one, but I never really got around to it because, well, I just didn't. One thing I always noticed about Infection AUs is that they never actually included one of my absolute favorite My Little Pony characters that I think deserves a little spotlight, mainly because he never gets any attention, ever, almost ever, and that is Thorax, the Changeling. Yeah, I know he's not a pony, but this is my story, I can do what I want. So I guess I'll just get into the explanation for him and all the rest of the characters, and just sit back and enjoy. Thorax is the main focus of this fic, as the main source of this infection was caused by Queen Chrysalis. The Infection AU takes place around the beginning of the season final of Season 6. The cause of this infection started by Chrysalis infecting her own changelings in order to make them more violent for the takeover that she had planned. She infected them with a fungus that made the changelings more violent and hungry. The infection fed off of love, and considering the changelings did not have much to begin with, they became ravenous. The changelings first invade the Crystal Empire, which, as we know, is where Thorax resides at this current time. In a quick reaction, Shining Armor has all the townspeople, ponies, evacuate into the bottom level of the Crystal Palace. He is promptly bitten by one of the angry changelings and begins to turn rapidly. The infection managed to break into where all the ponies and Thorax are residing, so Cadance quickly reacts, trying to protect her people. She tells Thorax and Sunburst to escape with Flurry Heart and protect her. Both are hesitant to leave Cadance behind at first, but they understand that they need to protect the young princess, so they flee. Thorax and Sunburst are quickly separated through the chaos. Thorax is left with Flurry Heart, trying to protect her in an infected world. The changelings quickly begin to attack other kingdoms, and the infection spreads rapidly. After Sunburst gets split from Thorax, he quickly begins to head to Ponyville. He tries to find Starlight and the other main six to see if he could warn them before the infection spread to Ponyville. He is able to locate Starlight, and quickly they begin to warn the town to take cover and evacuate if necessary. Most ponies go to the apple farm or Canterlot, finding solace in either place for the time being. Now safe and secure as they can be, Sunburst works with Twilight to try and make a cure before the virus spreads too much and gets out of control. Twilight was one of the first to hear about the infection when it started spreading, Sunburst having reached her in time to tell her about it, before anything could arrive and start infecting ponies. Twilight works hard to make a cure, but has so far been unsuccessful. She rarely sleeps and barely eats, only remembering to do so thanks to Spike. She does her best to put on a brave face and guide the ponies to safety, but she has no clue what to do and just hopes for every pony to be safe. She's become more paranoid and refuses to let Spike leave the barn. The infection is both airborne and spread through open wounds or bites. The virus is very easily spread, and it does not seem to be deterred by different races. Many ponies, dragons, and changelings have all been infected. Twilight is unsure if she can make a cure for the races, as it may react differently to different races. As you can see, I started to try and take some creative liberty on the designs for the ponies, considering that I didn't really want to just draw the main six and call it at that. I've seen so many creative and different designs of the main six over the years, and I wanted to try my own hand at it. So bear with me as I'm trying to figure that out. The last little bit of info for Twilight is that I was thinking that over time, the little stars on her cutie marks start to fade, hinting at that her friends might not be as safe as she thought they were. Fluttershy is the one to find Thorax wandering in the woods after he is separated from Sunburst. Him and Flurry Heart are both uninfected, thankfully, though Thorax was injured while escaping the horde of infected. Fluttershy has taken the task of becoming the temporary nurse to aid injured ponies. She's capable enough, as she had worked with animals in the past, to know basic first aid. She ended up cutting her hair short, so it wouldn't get in the way, even though she does have a tendency to hide behind her hair. But considering the risk was too great to keep it, she ended up cutting it down. Fluttershy is the only one left of the main six that is known, that her whereabouts are known of. The rest of the main six are somewhere, or possibly, infected. Twilight doesn't know where the rest of them are, and Fluttershy just hopes that they're okay. Pharynx is one of the first of my infected characters. Sorry guys, siblings can't be happy. He wasn't infected first, of course, but he's infected now. Pharynx was infected much later than most of the other changelings, managing to survive for a while before getting inevitably bitten by another changeling. He's currently just trying to find his brother, in hopes that he's okay. Pharynx hasn't admitted the fact that he's infected yet, trying to convince himself that he's strong enough that he can fight off the virus by himself. However, signs of the infection spreading up his leg kind of contradict that. And now, last but not least, we have Queen Chrysalis. Queen Chrysalis was one of the first to be infected, infecting most of her hive in order to urge them to attack Equestria more. Her plan initially was to simply use the virus as motivation for the changelings, and in exchange for them taking over Equestria, she would give them a cure. She thought she knew what would cure the changelings, but she didn't, and because of this, she was very quickly infected by her own subjects. She's now a husk of her former self, wandering the empty halls of what used to be her hive. She has very sensitive hearing considering she's lost her eyes, fallen out by being rotted from the virus. She's also very hostile now, the virus in its final stages, urging her to spread the disease so it can flourish and spread more. The virus works similarly to how the tree infection in that one episode works. How it slowly warps the pony and stretches out their limbs to root them into the ground. The fungus spreads through spores and bites. Plants will grow from the inside of your body and slowly start to sprout outside once given enough nutrients. The infection is so strong that it'll eventually start breaking bones and maybe even knocking off a few limbs. Once the infection has reached its final stage, you will be rooted into place. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you're interested, please consider leaving a like and maybe commenting some extra ideas. If you enjoyed this, maybe I'll even consider making more videos about this. Anyways, have a lovely rest of your day, and thanks for watching. Bye!